So let's begin with the introduction. So over more than 10 years, the finance market for consumer has undergone a significant change. So the intermediation such as banks makes a transition from just a traditional bank towards a mixture between the traditional as well as online banking. So this shift was coincided with the transition from brick and mortar into online intermediaries, according to Golden and Such Report 2013. These transitions also give a birth to the emerging term, which is known as financial technologies or FinTech. This term has been considered a distinguishing taxonomy that mainly describes the financial technologies sectors in wide range of operations for enterprises and organizations, which mainly address the improvement of the service quality by using information technologies application. So the continuous improvement of FinTech to advance on technologies breakthrough in multiple areas such as mobile network, big data, trust management, mobile embedded system, cloud computing, image processing, and data analytic technique. FinTech become a hot topic because of several driven forces, which include technical development, business innovation, cost-saving requirement, as well as a customer demand. For the most competitive financial firm, it is reported that FinTech to be considered as one of the major investment. However, a huge implementation costs to a broad scope of utilizing FinTech solution in various domains. A huge expectations of the FinTech usage has caused a massive challenge in its adaptation and planning due to the intercross realms, complicated integrated system, and dynamic demands. Therefore, an accurate as well as a latest awareness on FinTech has urged a demand for professional as well as for the academy. The table here shows that the investment trend of FinTech or financial technologies from 2010 to 2015. It shows a very significant or drastic changes within just 5 years. This shows that how important that FinTech industry are being perceived from the investor perspective. Despite the huge advantages of FinTech technologies due to the emerge of FinTech, there are several numbers of issues. The recent investigation have emphasized the significance of security as well as privacy's development in FinTech domain. According to Morgan, they posited that Gartner's statistical report present that the global investment of cybersecurity is expected to turn into 170 billion by 2020. Furthermore, according to statistics by Silicon Valley Bank, only 35% of a firm that are confident with their security levels with regards to FinTech technologies. And this problem or issues has been specifically presented by a researcher or academic into 3 different dimensions. The first dimensions are the business operations. So one of the concern by financial firms are the business operations. Using the latest or updated technique, since the return on the investment on the FinTech technology is hard to predict or govern, it has become an issue to invest in FinTech technology. In addition, classifying as well as understanding the cyber incident is very challenging for most financial services institutions, and this will result in the difficulty to forming a strategic decision. To address these issues particularly, a study has shown that the return on investment on security has a positive correlation with the corresponding investment. Meanwhile, some studies also address the threat sources in financial business operations, where other studies has been examining whether financial organizations are associated with the security vulnerability. This study considered the potential impact caused by the assessed aspect, which include business scope, sales, market, and performances. Our study also proved that the levels of IT transparency could impact on multiple business operations in financial advisory, encounter from the perspective of trustworthiness. As popular web-based service model, cloud computing has become more widely accepted by financial industry. The benefits of using cloud-based enabling the financial business to closely connect to the target market by increasing system performances. But this paradigm of cloud computing also introduced a threat due to the outsourcing, which is the second issue. Due to the outsourcing, the financial services institution may not know the physical service location when using public cloud. Furthermore, the data stored in cloud computing often or continuously face a various threat, since the service settle on the complicated networks and inter-cross service participation bring lots of vulnerability opportunities. It is difficult for the system designer and cloud vendors to be fully predict as well as prevent the cyber risk in cloud computing to be 100% free from cyber risk. And last but not least, the privacy issues. The privacy protection is generally considered to be one of the most significant aspects in financial security domain. And preserving data carrying privacies is very critical in producing privacy protection strategies. Despite the fine-grained approach can increase the privacy protection level, the problems are of the latency time, often restricting the application. And finally, a new financial services bring new concern in security and privacy. For instance, implementing financial insurance is impacting on financial services organization in making it related decision, such as cybersecurity insurance. So due to these issues of security as well as privacy with regard to FinTech, academics or research have come with the suggestions of solution. So these are some of the 5 solutions suggested by the academic as well as researcher with regards to securities and privacy issue with FinTech technologies. The first and foremost are the risk detection and exploration. For instances, one of the latest research has proved that the cloud-based cyber risk management system could assist in classifying cyber-related information in the financial industries. This approach classifies information releases that can cause potential privacy leakage by using supervised learning technique, which are combined with the taxonomy. The work provides a feasible approach for classifying cyber incident and align them with business item by using a semantic technique. Moreover, analyzing correlation coefficient is an alternative approach for detecting any abnormal operations behavior, which has been proved by the prior research. Okay, now let's move on to second solution, which is authentication and access control mechanism. Lots of financial services institutions conduct an authentication and access control by using cryptography-based approach. Besides the data encryptions for protecting financial information, a few more novel security mechanisms are also alternation for securing financial privacy. One of the solution direction was exploring the mechanism of strengthening access control throughout a media. The third, which is the data usage cycle protection. Financial services institutions generally emphasize the importance of data usage since its performance has a direct relationship with the service quality. The data governance may become dramatically complicated when the size of the system increases or new functions are added. A research direction addresses a critical concern of financial data protection, which is to prevent data from malicious behavior launched by the unexpected third party during the data usage cycle. Many previous studies have been explored lots of varieties of methods to reduce the risk level when data are shared, transmitted, or exchanged through different parties. As one of the approach, tracking data usage is an alternative to secure data governance. Another research also considered that the research perspective of the business process but focus on the payment perspective. Okay, now let's move on to the secure data storage and processing. Improving security mechanism in data storage and processing is also vital research in FinTech. Many research in this field have been done in recent years. One of the study proposed a solution to securing data by applying a distributed data storage in a cloud system. This approach considered two potential adversaries that include both internal as well as external attacker. The data carrying sensitive data are divided into two parts before the data is sent to the network so that the privacy can be protected even though the transmissions are monitored by the adversaries. This approach can further strengthen by adding a judgment process by which the data requiring distributive storage are determined. The improvement is in optimization of reducing workload when the volume of the data is huge. And last but not least, risk reduction and prevention. In general, there are two basic types of methods for risk reduction and prevention, which include physical as well as application-based method. The physical method refers to the approach of securing data by conducting operations on the physical infrastructures, such as preventing a jamming attack or avoiding a network damage. An application-based method refers to the security solution achieved by cryptographic method, such as creating secure protocol or configuring access control. For example, using a logical authorization languages is an alternative approach for forming an access control rule in social network. Okay, that's it for the second